Once more, we in America, our misguided, unscripted TV dramas, have twisted our concept of what a legend is, or what I felt like Hollywood is only cowardly en masse. Is that a pack sign have you, oh dear, as you don't have the foggiest idea what it is you don't have the foggiest idea, what that the only one I hadn't liberated was myself inside the enthralling universe of Hollywood. It seems a breathtaking veneer frequently disguises a hazier reality. The film Sound of Opportunity appears to reveal insight into a few huge issues, yet could have simply started to expose what's underneath past the stunning lights and charming deceptions. It appears to be a tangled snare of misdirection and control, anticipates capturing the people who try to challenge its grasp. In the midst of this complicated scene arises one particular figure who could have rebelliously broken liberated from Tinseltown's unavoidable impact. The cryptic and exploring entertainer Jim Carrey has a matter of fact. Jim has at long last spoken on the genuine motivation behind why he escaped Hollywood. So what precisely did Jim make statements occurring? And there are groups of tetrahedrons moving around together in the marvelous domain of Hollywood, where VIP's fortunes rise and fall like meteorites. Few have encountered a change as emotional as comedic legend Jim Carrey. His excursion from carrying chuckling to the world to being marked capricious by the media has been unquestionably fascinating, despite how late insiders' claims propose that there may be more going on than meets the eye. Apparently, when entertainers like Carrey dig profoundly into their jobs, they uncover a secret plan inside media outlets, a rationale to conceivably control and shape their imaginative demeanor, obscuring the limits among fiction and reality. In the background, Carrey said he wrestled with a disclosure that Hollywood was undeniably something other than lights, camera, and activity. He started alluding to the business-covered plan to shape entertainers into simple impressions of their on-screen personas, controlling the line among fiction and reality in meetings and public appearances. Carrey's remarks has started to cause a commotion, as he sincerely conceded that he frequently ended up losing his own personality to the characters he depicted. What's more, Jim as of late uncovered that Hollywood is a gutless industry. During a 2022 appearance at CBS Mornings, the entertainer humorist told Gail Lord on the show, I was nauseated by the thunderous applause. Felt like Hollywood is only cowardly en masse, alluding to the second when Will Smith went to the stage to get the Best Entertainer grant for his job in Ruler Richard, and was given a wildly energetic applause for winning his very first Oscar, despite the fact that he slapped Chris Rock in front of an audience minutes sooner. He added, and it truly felt like gracious. This is a truly obvious sign that we're not the cool club any longer. He added that had he been in Chris Rock's position, he would have sued Will Smith. I'd have declared toward the beginning of today that I was suing Will for $200 million. Since that video would have been there everlastingly, Jim said it will be pervasive. You realize that a front will keep going seemingly forever to holler from the crowd an object, or show a dissatisfaction, or express something on Twitter, or anything that you don't reserve the option to stroll up in front of an audience and smack someone in the face. Since they said words Jim Carrey said on the show. Yet this isn't where Jim's story started. Jim Carrey's excursion to Hollywood fame was a demonstration of difficult work and assurance. Brought up in a lower working-class family, convey Harvard fantasies about becoming showbiz royalty in showbiz. Since early on, he fostered a talent for impressions and comedic timing, leveling up his abilities through exhibitions at school and in neighborhood parody clubs. Carrey's break came when he moved to Los Angeles in the mid-1980s. Immediately grabbed the eye of TV crowds with his right-on-the-money impressions of superstars, prompting appearances on famous shows like the This Evening Show featuring Johnny Carson, and Unfiltered and Fabulous, the big screen before long coaxed and conveys one-of-a-kind brand of actual satire launch him to fame. All through the 1990s, Jim Carrey overwhelmed the satire type in Hollywood, turning into the go-to fellow for laugh uncontrollably diversion films Like Ace Ventura pet analyst The Veil and moronic, and more idiotic set his status as the ruler of comedic acting his, beyond ridiculous exhibitions, misrepresented looks, and flawless timing had crowds moving in the passageways. Carrey's comedic splendor was not bound to films. He likewise procured basic recognition for his work on Unfiltered and Fabulous, and his small-time show Jim Carrey's unnatural demonstration, The Entertainer's awesome persona, made him an easily recognized name and a film industry sensation. As the 2000s moved and Carrey started to want to investigate new skylines, he communicated a craving to dig into additional sensational jobs. Anxious to grandstand his flexibility as an entertainer, it was a striking move, as progressing from parody to show can be trying with crowds frequently partner entertainers intimately with their comedic personas. In 1998, Carrey took on his most memorable emotional job in The Truman Show, a provocative movie that obscured the lines among the real world and deception. His nuanced depiction of Truman Burbank, a man accidentally residing in an unscripted television show, acquired him basic recognition in his most memorable Brilliant Globe grant for Best Entertainer. 2 years after the fact, Carrey conveyed one more momentous execution in Man on the Moon, where he depicted the mysterious and flighty jokester Andy Kaufman. He got acclaim from pundits and won a second Brilliant Globe grant for Best Entertainer in a show. As Jim changed from being a comedic symbol to a serious entertainer, he experienced a blend of honors and reaction from the movie business. While his emotional exhibitions get basic praise, and disrupting air of uncertainty began to encompass him, producers began marking him as hard to work with. And it appeared to be that the once intense veneration from the crowd was diminishing. There were unquestionable signs that Hollywood was losing revenue in Carrey and endeavoring to deliver him unimportant potentially, in light of the fact that he really considered uncovering their all-around maintained mysteries. Evidently, the business quietly attempted to smother his investigation of genuine potential, pushing him back into the restricted box of satire. And we as a whole realize that once an entertainer begins uncovering Hollywood, their profession and individual life would probably take a turbulent go. Consistent with that, Jim's vocation started to decline, and he confronted individual misfortunes that severely affected him, losing his ex and being blamed by her folks for contributing to her downfall discolored his standing and left him sincerely scared. Hollywood's reaction to the circumstance was uninterested, adding to the mounting disappointment Carrey felt toward the business. In the midst of the disturbance, Carrey found comfort in otherworldliness. He dove into contemplation and embraced the possibility of representation to show achievement. His profound arousing drove him to scrutinize the actual texture of his reality and reality behind his jobs as an entertainer. Carrey claims that he started to perceive that Hollywood requested something beyond acting abilities. It expected total acquiescence to the jobs, frequently at the expense of the entertainer's mental stability. In the meantime, one gay fan couldn't resist the opportunity to toll, indeterminately expressing he's not crazy while he's talking realities. It was a demonstration of the comprehension and appreciation for Carrey's eagerness to dig into significant insights, regardless of whether they tested them.